able-bodied swimmers, for Paralympic swimmers, also for the European juniors. Look at this. Well, there's actually an extra swimmer in here who tied for 8th place, Joel Thompson in lane number 0, with Will Riley in 8. They tied for 8th place with a 2:03 in the heats. Great that they put them both in, but here we go, Mark Sharanek. That's Charlie Hutchinson, actually, isn't it? That's Charlie Hutchinson in 1, there we go. Sharanek will be next to him. Hutchinson's second on the 400 medley. Matt Ward, 18 years age group record holder for this 200 metres individual medley. He's in 7. Sharanek, well, he got a silver medal at the Commonwealth Games in the Gold Coast in 2018. He's been American college national champion. Not too many Brits have done that. Here we go, Tom Dean, double Olympic champion, 200 metres freestyle and 4x2 free relay. He's looking really serious here, look at that.
Yeah, he definitely means business here. He's finished 3rd last night in the 100 freestyle, so I'm sure he'll be looking to finish top 2 and get onto that qualifying time. Evan Jones there in lane 3, produced a great swim this morning, a PB for him to get him into one of the centre lanes tonight.
Max Litchfield, second fastest seed. He's on the train to Paris. The top 3 guys in this final, well, in lanes 4, 5 and 6, I should say, because Evan Jones is 3rd fastest seed. In lanes 4, 5 and 6, Scott, Litchfield and Dean already all on the train to Paris. Here he is, the fastest man in Great Britain, the British record holder, fastest man in the history from Great Britain, the Olympic silver medalist, the most successful Olympian in British Olympic history in one Olympics, when he won 4 medals, a gold and 3 silvers, including a silver in this, the men's 200 medley. What a final this is, Molly. Where are the medals going? Who's going to get the 1, the 2 and the 3 in that order?
Oh, it's a tough one to call. I think Duncan's always a great performer, so I think I'd put Duncan at gold, but I'm not sure I can split 2nd and 3rd between Max, Thomas Dean, probably Mark as well. They've all been under 2 minutes before.
Well, Evan Jones is not slow either in 3. He's 3rd fastest seed into this final. The British record holder is the fastest seed in 4. He's had a much lighter programme. He used to do every single race under the sun every day, just pounding them out. Much lighter here, concentrating on his big events. Duncan Scott in 4, Litchfield in 5, Dean in 6. What a final.
Take your marks.
The final of the men's 200 metres individual medley. It's the big one, it's the Paris final. There are 8 Olympic medals split between these guys, 3 golds and 5 silvers, and right in the centre, well, started quickly in lane number 4 is Duncan Scott. He usually goes fairly comfortably on the right-hand side of that shot in the black hat. He usually goes quite comfortably on the fly leg, but looks like he's pushing it. Different tactics here we're seeing.
Yeah, probably trying something a little bit new, but we know Duncan has a really strong breaststroke and freestyle leg, so if he's going to get out there and get an early lead to 100, I think we can pretty much guarantee him on the gold at the end of the race.
Well, a great turn from Evan Jones in 3. Very good indeed. So this is fascinating. In 4, it is still Duncan Scott with Evan Jones right next to him. Those 2 black hats very close indeed to each other. Also going well is Litchfield in the red hat in the centre, but the halfway turn now in this final of the men's 200 AM. Scott is over first, but only just from Jones in 3, Litchfield 5, Hutchinson in 1, and Dean is only about in 5th place at the moment at the halfway turn.
We know that both Duncan, Max and Thomas all have really strong breaststroke legs as well as freestyle legs, so be interesting to see who can hold the composure down this length. Breaststroke's a really technical stroke, so holding on to that technique and getting the most out of every stroke is really important here.
Well, Duncan Scott looking very good indeed, and now coming through is Tom Dean. He's got a great freestyle too, so it's Duncan Scott turning first, Dean turning second, Litchfield turning third with Jones in 4th, Now the charge is on. 50 metres to go, the final 50 in this men's 200 metres individual medley. And the silver medalist from the Olympic Games, Duncan Scott's going so well here. He's going to win, no doubt about that. He's getting attacked by Tom Dean in the red hat down closer to us, but he's going to win it by, well, he's going to win it by a metre or so. Duncan Scott's going to win the 200 medley. The time, 1:55.91. That's a super swim from him. Only just outside his British record. And the first two finishers underneath that nomination time for the Olympics. They're already going though. Duncan Scott wins the 200 medley. Tom Dean was second, with Max Litchfield third. What a race that was.
Great finish there from both Duncan and Tom. As you said, Duncan's British record from the Olympic Games, and I imagine that's probably one of the fastest times that he's been since then, so I'm sure he'll be chuffed with that.
Well, from the start as well, the tactics were really interesting in Molly. He normally goes comfortable on the fly, but great start, but he worked that fly leg.
Yeah, he definitely worked it, and I think he tried to get as much oxygen as he could on the backstroke to then really push the breaststroke, and then obviously his super strength comes on the freestyle.
Well, it was fascinating because his super strength is the freestyle, but Tom Dean was catching him up. That's really interesting. Dean's breaststroke is very good, but look at that. He definitely caught up Dean just closer to us, but a good swim from him, 1:56.4, just outside of his lifetime best, so some very, very fast swimming. So confirmation of the result of the final this evening, that men's 200 metres IM Paris final. Duncan Scott wins it. Tom Dean second, both of them underneath that nomination time to go to the Olympics, and those top three are going to Paris. Wow, what a race. And they're now talking to John Mason.
Ladies and gentlemen, he did it in the relay the other night, but now he's going in an individual event. Give it up for Duncan Scott, off to the Olympics! Now, Duncan, from the get-go, that you just took that out so fast, dominated that. It was like this was just yours. You knew you were out and battling right to the very end.
Well, maybe from your perspective, yeah, but you know, it's a real competitive field and with some fast PBs in it, so yeah, I knew it was going to be pretty tough. Exciting thing with IM, you know, people swim it in so many different ways, different strengths. I think that's what makes it so exciting, but also, you know, why I love it, so many areas to improve on. But look, you know, 1:55 this time of the year, pretty happy with that.
You know, and we saw you and Tom on the world stage with Leon as well. It's three of the best in the world, looking like going to be going head-to-head again, hopefully in Paris over the summer. How are we sort of looking at moving this on as we head towards that event?
Yeah, you know what, you mentioned the quickest in the world last year, you know, defending Olympic champion, so yeah, no, it's a stacked event, I guess, like all the events, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting one come Paris. You know, the exposure and different things like that over the last year. It's a pleasure being able to race Leon, Dino all the time, getting in with Max as well. So, you know, I just enjoy racing at this type of level, and hopefully I can produce something pretty good coming summer.
Well, I hope you can as well. Look, congratulations, booking that spot once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Duncan Scott. And Tom, look, another stellar performance there. These are world-class swims that you're sort of putting together up against some of the best in the world as well. Talk us through your race there, sort of what's going through your mind.
Yeah, you kind of have to put world-class swims up against these guys. Yeah. Because it's so competitive at the moment. You've seen the meet so far. It's one of the quickest champs we've had in a long time. So you got to bring your A game to get top two and try and get your name on that team. But, you know, I knew I had to have a strong front end. I got on the breaststroke, saw Duncan, and you know, he's quick on that first 100, and then my goal's always chase him on that 3. And we've had so many close races over the years. World champs, you know, both on the podium last year, so I knew it was going to be a good race.
It was amazing to watch as well, and look, congratulations, another amazing swim. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Dean. Max, come here, mate. You did it in the 400 the other night. You know, I know you're sort of more comfortable over that longer distance. Took that British record back off Duncan. He said to me this morning it was rightfully his. But another great swim for you.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with that, to be honest. I've kind of struggled on that event the last few years now. I've been kind of sat around that 2 minutes mark all the time. So, yeah, to be nearly sub 58 there is good. Obviously, racing these boys are two of the best in the world at that event. So, I knew it was going to be a tough race to try and get top 2, but you know, I'm pretty happy with that time. Obviously, see what the rest of the week we've got now. 203 in the last day. So.
And I have to say as well, you know, we saw your brother, Joe, book his ticket earlier this evening to Paris. Both the Litchfield brothers off to the Olympics. It's got to be an amazing thing to be able to, fans pumped, amazing thing to be able to do with your brother.
Yeah, obviously we had the opportunity last time in Tokyo, but honestly, I was down there watching the race, and you can't really see what's going on from down there because there's no video on the scoreboard, and it was just a flat field like the 100 free last night. I just looked up and saw he'd won, and I was screaming around poolside. It was amazing. It was an unbelievable swim from Joe, and so happy for him. And you know, he deserves it more than anyone. So just buzzing for him to be back on the team.
We'd love to see it. Look, another fantastic swim. Good luck for the rest of the week. What an incredible way to finish the night, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for your British medalists.
Three Brits all going to Paris. There, Max Litchfield won the 400 medley last night in a new British record. Jan presenting the prizes. Delighted to see her there. I think she's the best volunteer in the world, Jan. She's absolutely fabulous lady. Nothing too much for her there. She is shaking the hand of double Olympic gold medalist Tom Dean, silver medalist on this men's 200 medley, and of course Duncan Scott. 4 Olympic medals, gold on the 4x2 free relay and 3 silvers. Fabulous. Wow, those guys, wow. Utterly extraordinary. What a race that's going to be in Paris.